studio today. I wanted to go ahead and share with you the cleaning spray that I use that's all natural, and also I wanted to add on to the lavender water that we had done a little while ago. I was out earlier today collecting some goodies. As you can see on the counter, I've got some lavender and some lovely rosemary and some chives to dry, and I've been really busy this time of year. I love to can. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I made some spaghetti sauce in here and some apple sauce. It was really great. I didn't grow those things, but I found some nice organic goodies so I could make them. Living in the city, I've decided to be the city farm girl, and I'm just carrying the things that I knew when I lived way out in the country and where I was growing a lot of things. And I think the very best thing that you can start with and gives you the most yield are herbs. Herbs are amazing. They just keep giving you stuff. And they survive better than most plants, to be honest. A little bit later I'm going to make some olive oil infused rosemary with rosemary. It's one of my favorite herbs. I didn't clip a whole lot from that because it's my first bush that I've put in here, and I don't want to cut it back too often or too much, but you should cut it back some so it does continue to get big, and they get really quite large, and I use that in my cooking all the time. But when you don't have access to a whole lot of fresh lavender, for example, for lavender water, what do you do? And I've been doing it for a really long time. I'm using a really old recipe I keep in my little book. It would be a recipe that our great-grandmothers used before they started manufacturing things for us to purchase. And it's really simple, so simple. So it's the same as what we did with the regular lavender. We stuffed the jar with lavender, and then we put the water and the vodka in it, and then it sits in a dark place, cool, can't be hot, and you shake it up, once a week for about a month, and you've got lavender water. But the really easy way to do this, if you're not growing lavender or fields and fields of it, is very simple. Purified water or filtered water. It's 1.5 cups that goes in this jar. Oh, a little bit short. We'll fake it. And then we add vodka, and that's about 2 tablespoons of vodka. There we go, 1 and 2. And then you use essential oil, and that's 15 drops. Like that. There you go. And then you just put your top on it, give it a good shake, mark it and date it. And then what I do up here is a cabinet. You can't see, but it's a nice little dark place, and I just trade these out. That's why I do a couple at a time, because they've got to sit for a month, and they need to sit where it's dark and cool. So I put them on up here, and they will sit there for a month. I'll reach up there and shake those up every week or so, and then I can trade it out. And then you're going to grab yourself some kind of spray bottle and put it in that spray bottle, and then you can use it all over the place. I use it for almost everything. I'm going to tell you the things I don't use it for. Don't use it for leather, pleather, suede, or velvet. Those things aren't good with water on them. But I use it as a fabric refresher for everything. Area rugs, couches, chairs, mattresses. I love it on clean linens. When I put the sheets on the bed, spray that down. Closets and shoes. These are fantastic uses for that. Not only do they smell good and keeps things fresher, it's also a moth and bug repellent. Moths don't like lavender, so when you spray down your stuff in your closet, then you're also a bug repellent. In old days they would take, the leaves and the flowers and dry them and put them in satchels, and We still do put them in your dresser drawers or in your storage boxes of your blankets and things of that nature. And many times they put them in the windows. That kept scorpions from coming in, because scorpions don't like lavender either. So that's what I love about it. And it costs 15 cents for that much stuff. You cannot beat that. And it only took a long time because I keep talking. It took, what, a minute and a half to do. The expense is the glass jar, because it does have to store in a glass jar. You can transfer it to a spray bottle that's plastic, but while it's cooking, it's got to be in glass. That part's expensive. They run, you know, the size about $1 a glass jar, but once you own them, you never need to get rid of them. Just clean them up and keep using them. So now we're going to move on to the cleaning spray, and this is where people think I'm nuts, but it's my favorite product ever. This is about 4 cups of water. It does not need to be filtered. And then the secret ingredient is vodka. And again, this one we use 1/4 cup of vodka for the 4 cups of water. Vodka is an antiseptic, antibacterial, and anti-mildew agent. It's been used for hundreds, really, of years for that. And I love using it. A lot of people use vinegar, and if they're happy with vinegar, that's fantastic. I just don't like vinegar. I don't like the smell of it, and I don't like how it cleans. I like how vodka cleans, and I like the antibacterial and the antiseptic uses for it. It's really quite effective. And then we've got to get rid of grease too, so I use dish soap. And it's about 2 teaspoons of dish soap. Don't overdo it, or you're going to have foam everywhere. But I need that to cut grease on the counters. So, and I use a natural, fragrance-free dish soap. I have tried to make it myself, and I completely failed at it. I've tried over and over. I've given up. So I just get a natural one, and it needs to be fragrance-free. So what I'm avoiding is petrochemicals, and fragrances have petrochemicals in them, and that's what makes my kiddo really quite sick. Essential oils are all natural, so that's not a big problem. So then what I do is I like lemongrass, about 20 drops of lemongrass. Hear Molly talking? She's really not happy with the cold weather that came. She loves cold weather, but she can't understand why no one will go outside and play with her all day. The winter came yet today, and she's just not happy with that. And no snow, so it's quite boring. Anyhow, so about 20 drops of essential oil. Now you can use whatever you want. I like lemongrass because we like the smell of it. I think eucalyptus is a really great product, but my family doesn't care for that smell. And then you just give it a good shake. So now essential oils have lots of great properties, and I'm sure you can research it and figure out which one's the best for you. But the reason I put it in here is to take away the alcohol smell. So it doesn't smell like vodka anymore. It smells all good, lemony, grassy. And I use it for everything. I use almost everything. Use it for countertops, the refrigerator, clean the inside of the refrigerator right out, stoves. I have used it on the floors, but I have a steam mop now, and I like that better. It's easier. Bathrooms, because it's antiseptic and antibacterial. The only thing I don't use it on is stainless steel appliances, because it tends to streak. And you can use it on windows if you want, but you only need soap and water. Dish soap and water for windows. You don't have to have that antibacterial. But if you're finding mildew, this is really great for that. So that's that for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to doing some oil with my rosemary. I'm all excited. And we're all going to feel sorry for Molly because she wants to go play. We've spoiled her from working outside all summer. We were outside every day, and now it's in the 30s, and she doesn't understand why I won't go play. So we're all going to feel sorry for her for a while. And I hope you're all enjoying your October. Bye.